Good evening. Welcome to the Professor Do Show. It's now 4 p.m. here in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Hope your day was okay. Mine has been okay. I'm doing okay. Also, hope you are also doing okay who are watching me. And thank you for tuning in to listen to me. So today, I want to talk about forced marriage. So in the world, when someone reaches of age, let's say above 18, they get someone they want to marry, a man and a woman. They're above 18, they meet, they organize maybe a marriage, and then they want to live together. It's okay because that's the law. Most countries in the world put the marriage age at consenting age to get married at 18. Even that's how it is here in Kenya. Once you reach 18, you can marry a person of the opposite gender. Here, marriage is between a man and a woman. That's how our law of Kenya is. So today I'll talk about forced marriage. So this happens in 2010. There's this man, his name was Brian. So in 2005, Brian goes to Britain, a very prestigious university. He goes and studies, gets his degree in business studies and comes back in 2010. Now that time is around 25 years. His company, no, let me tell you about Brian's family. They are what? He has a father and a mother. He has two siblings. So he's the firstborn. Him is the firstborn. The secondborn is a girl. The thirdborn is a boy. So he has two siblings, a boy and a girl. So these are grown adults. So it's Brian, his what? His sister and a brother. Those are his younger siblings. He comes back, and then his parents own a big bakery. So they're into what we call retail, okay, selling of bread. So you can call it a bread company. They have a bakery, they make bread, then they sell it. So they have many employees. So Brian gets employed to work in the management under his father. The father is the CEO, is the CEO of the company, is the owner. And then Brian comes as into a management role there because he has done business studies. The father is the CEO, the owner. Now, then things continue. Then after a while, that's 2010, before the end of the year, one day Brian is sitting in the house in the evening. They live in a prestigious area, Karen. Yeah, Karen is a prestigious area. They have a big mansionette with everything, with servants. Okay, I'm told you should not say servants. They have, what do you say? House managers. They have house managers in the house who look after them, who do for them work. So he's sitting in the sitting room. His mom and dad working with a girl, with a young girl. Then they introduce that girl. They call her, she's called Jacqueline. She's aged 23 years. She's from a good family. So they leave Brian with the girl to talk. Then they go. So Brian and the girl, they talk. They get to know each other. Brian gets to know that this girl is 23 years. She has finished university. She was doing a degree in pharmacy, something like that. They exchange numbers. In the evening, the girl is come to be picked by a Mercedes-Benz. She goes. Now, by now, Brian doesn't feel the vibe of this girl. Then after the following day, he just forgets about the girl and continues with his work. Brian drives a Prado to work. He has a very nice car and all that. So now what happens next? After 2 weeks, he meets a girl, another girl. This girl is called Rebecca. She's 21. She's in campus. So Brian and this Rebecca hit it off. They become friends. They go on dates. So the relationship is becoming very nice until now. One day Brian decides to introduce this girl to his parents. So the parents, they welcome her. It's on a weekend. They cook rice. They cook chicken. You know, in Africa, when you have a guest, They always cook good food. So they cooked chicken, beef, very good food. So Brian thought that the parents were okay with the relationship. So in that, when now Brian dropped the girl in the evening and came back, the parents sat him down. They told him, you know what, we don't want this relationship with this girl. Then Brian asked why. No, they said, we're brought to you. You know, Jacqueline, that lady brought you, you're going to marry her. She comes from a good family. Her family owns a company of selling milk and we want a partnership. We sell bread, they sell milk. That's a big company. That's a big, it will even increase our profits for the family. We have two companies combining, one for bread, another one for milk. And so we have agreed with her parents that to get married to this Jacqueline. That's what now the father of Brian tells him. And even the mother of Brian is in concurrence. So Brian makes noise, but they don't want to hear. He goes to sleep. So during the whole week, Brian is just ignoring, to continue talking with Rebecca, this 21-year-old. Now, when it reaches the weekend, the parents tell Brian that they are holding a traditional ceremony where he's going to marry Jacqueline, whether he likes it or not. Now, Brian is in a catch-22 situation. He lives in his father's house. He's the father who takes care of him. The car he drives belongs to the father. He's 25 years, never lived on his own. Everything has been from his father. The father provides for him, looks after him, gives him all the money. And he's like an egg. Even with, he has never used his degree because the moment he arrived from England, his father just gave him a job and a car, a Prado, the one I told you about. Is it? Yeah, a Prado. So now what does Brian now reluctantly accept? So that weekend there's a big party. Jacqueline comes with their parents. They start talking. So everyone just thinks that Brian is game with it, that he's going to marry this Jacqueline. So Jacqueline lives with their parents. So now after that, the parents sit down with Brian's parents sit down with him. First, let me go back to that party. That party was big. Jacqueline came with her parents, relatives. Brian's siblings were there. So it was a big party, tents everywhere. There were big tents, music. They had the best band to come and play music for them. So everyone was enjoying, but Brian inside was fuming with anger. How can they force me to marry a girl I don't love? Oh no, but he's just smiling, putting on fake smiles. Brian. Jacqueline is there. Jacqueline also thinks that Brian is going to marry her. So when Brian leaves, when everyone leaves, Brian is left with the parents. They ask, "Do you marry this girl?" And then he says yes. So they have won. Now the next day in the morning, Brian packs his things. He calls the other 21-year-old Rebecca. He has booked a ticket. They want to go to I don't know, to Uganda. The good thing, all of them had passports. So he has already booked a plane. So they leave. He leaves with the taxi. They meet at the airport. They fly to Uganda. That is 2010. Can you believe it? From 2010 to now, Brian never went back to his home. He went to Uganda, used connections of his people he had studied with in Britain who are from that country. He got citizenship there and lived there with the Rebecca, that 21-year-old. Even our parents of the girl never knew where their daughter went. It's just after a while, that's when Brian was able to communicate with them that he cannot come to Kenya because of the issues. So even them, they accepted the parents of Rebecca because at least he paid dowry through money. Now he sent money to them. Here dowry is very important. So from 2010 to this day, Brian has never come back to Kenya because of that forced marriage that his parents wanted on him. But he married the girl he wants, Rebecca, and they have 2 children. So whether he will come again to Kenya to see his parents, who knows? So that's why I'm saying forced marriage is very bad. It should not be. People should marry whoever they want. So this is Professor Dorsho, and I want to thank you for listening to me. And as we say in Kenya here, Gwaheri, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.